talk to us a bit more about Aruna Honde's life, like what he does every day.
With people with autism, structure is very important. So in the summer and in the winter, his schedules are different, but they're the same in that they have to be structured pretty much the entire time. During the school year, he wakes up and he has a regular morning routine until he gets on the bus and goes to school. After school, he goes to the Teen Social Club, which has just expanded from a 2-day to a 5-day program, which is awesome. When he leaves there, he comes home and we have dinner and he brushes his teeth. And in the evening is basically the only time that he has an opportunity to have unstructured activities, so he can watch TV or whatever the family's doing, he can come with us, or if it's something that he can't do, then one of us stays home with him while the others go do whatever it is that they have to do. And that happens until pajamas, bedtime. Pajamas, pill, bedtime. And that's pretty much his routine. In the summer, it's a little looser. He goes to camp, usually for a week or two in the summer, and they have a summer program this year, day camp from 10 to 3, I believe, and he'll be going to that. And we haven't really confirmed all of the arrangements for this summer, but that's basically what happens. He has a day camp and he goes away to camp for a week or two, and we fill in the rest with family stuff.
Does he have any special likes or interests?
Well, he hates to listen and likes to do whatever it is that he likes to do, just like any other teenager. You know, his worst nightmare is to run errands with mom on the weekend and do groceries. But if I had to pick something, I'd say he likes trains, he likes any sort of motorized vehicles, he loves to go boating, swimming, he likes bikes, and he loves computers and TV. But that brings us back to the obsessive behavior, so we have to be careful about those.
How do you see the future for him?
Happy, I hope. He's going to be 18 soon, so at this point he's not able to live independently. I don't see in the near future where he will be. We're considering a number of options right now, and as is the case in this economy and in the community, you know, funding is always an issue. So I'm not really sure. We're working on it and we'll see.
What role can the community play in helping to improve his quality of life?
If we're talking about community programming, over the years I've gone to a number of different communities and provinces to look at what type of services they have there. And shared living is an environment that is really beneficial to people with autism and a great help to parents who need respite. And it's basically where the client would move into someone's home and they would provide respite for a specific amount of time or a longer period of time depending on what the criteria is. And the client would then move home or go home and visit and whatever the arrangement is. But it's not a group home setting, it's more shared living. So you're actually living in a family environment, but not your family because they need respite. I think that the community needs something like that here to provide that type of respite for families. So that means physical structures and funding to do that. Again, acceptance in the community. I'm not saying that he's not accepted, but for people to be more open to learn about disabilities in the community, to not be afraid when they see, someone in a wheelchair or someone who you can see is obviously has special needs. Just to ask questions, just to be open.
Do you have any advice for parents who are just beginning to deal with their children's disability?
One of the most difficult things, I think, with getting a diagnosis of autism or something else is the emotional effect that it has on you at the time that it happens. So while you're grieving about what could have been and struggling emotionally, unfortunately that's the same time that you need to act. You know, you have to be strong, and you need to act on behalf of your child. It's really tough to do because you are grieving and struggling so much. So the advice I would give is to learn as much as you can. Don't discount any theory or any educational opportunity or any treatment that you come across until you do the research. Find somebody who you can talk to, or it doesn't even have to be a two-way, just find someone who will listen to you, because you'll need to get all that stuff out. Lean on your husband or your wife or your spouse. Just lean on each other. Chuck is my rock. You know, he although we realize how difficult and how tough a situation we live in on a daily basis, you know, he brings humor to it, and he lets me see that, you know, it doesn't have to be serious even though we're in a serious situation. And fight. You're going to have to fight. Fight as hard as you can, because that's your child. And it should be fine.
Any final words?
Just that I've had some of the best questions and conversations about autism come from small kids. They're very honest. And it's funny when it happens, because when they ask a question that is seemingly inappropriate, I guess, in adults' eyes, everybody stops and listens to what my response is, because they want to know, but they're too afraid to ask. And I guess my final word is, don't be afraid. You know, we're not going to be insulted. Don't be too shy. Approach us. Ask questions like a 4-year-old. You know, we'd be happy to answer.
Well, that is the end of our first episode of 5. If you have any comments or questions, you can email me at dell.michael@hotmail.com. We would really like to hear from you. Tune in for our next episode, when we will present another person from our community with special needs. Ona.